In this part, I would like to talk about a primitive sound that is voiceless. To those of you who study linguistics, you're already aware that there are sounds that can be made only with the vocal cords, such as the open mouth. You know, you go to the dentist and the dentist says, say ah, ah, so you can get in your mouth. And that vocal cord, fully open sound, is ah. 100% voice. There's another sound that's 100% voiceless, and that is made with air rushing through your primitive teeth. Shh. And if you stop it while you're going shh, and you hold the stop, you'll get a silent shh. You know, you place the tip of your tongue to the back of your teeth that are together. Keep your teeth together. Shh. And then when you start the flow of air again and it's under pressure, you get that. In a moment, we just go. I can reciprocate it. And that is not a continuum sound. That is a sound that is made in an instant of a moment, a tiny fraction of time. And there's always a movement of air. And if I use the tip of my finger, my fingers are moving. I'm going to tap this table. Something is moving. No movement. My fingers are on the table. You don't hear anything. That's the tongue touching your teeth and just holding it there. See? Then we restart the flow of air, and you get that. Now, in modern day terminology, or rather in modern day linguistic terminology, that is called a dental, or rather a voiceless dental alveolar plosive. Look it up. Not hard to find. And it's always the primitive action of going, stopping, and going again. And like I always say, my eyes are bluey, and I don't have the convenience of reading an outline to keep me on track. So I have to stop for a moment and pause. Figure out how I'm going to end this particular lesson about that primitive. As always, I point out that the air rushing through my teeth is primitive. My teeth are primitive. My tongue is primitive. Primitive, and my mouth is primitive, and my body and everything is primitive. Now, the student has something to work with. So what kind of word can we make that begins with t? That means to stop and go, as well as something that's always together. And I would like to point out also that it's impossible to make that sound without, I must reiterate this, this is very important. There has to be a movement of air. Shh. And only way you can get that shh sound is keeping your teeth together and blow the air. Now, if I blow it gently, or if I just blow the air as hard as I can, and the sound will change. There's that chop sound. And there are a lot of words that have that in it. And I've already used one. Chop. Also, the P is an lip alveolar plosive. Okay, so in case this went over your head, like it did me when I first read over 20 years ago, I was studying the Hebrew alphabet, and I came to the last letter called Tau, and one of the definitions was, it said the Tau is voiceless. At that time, I did not know what that meant. It went right over my head. Also means the mark. And trying to think if I've said enough. I'll just end where I started with the T being voiceless. And I'll just make the voiceless sound again. I'll go slow, blow the air, be silent for a few seconds, and then open it back up again or restart it. Shh. Tsh. Tsh. And always, never forget, the student must always bear in mind that every sound we make is primitive. Now we turn on our brain, we turn on our thought, we turn on the original thought, and we begin to understand the action of the primitive, the function, the sound, the physical law that governs how we make that sound, and then we associate that with words such as, I've already pointed out, your tongue. You have to have your primitive tongue to stop the flow of air. You have to have your primitive teeth where the air is rushing through. And I end by saying your teeth are together. See? You got the word teeth begins with T. Because you have to use your teeth and tongue to make that. That's where the word teeth and tooth comes from. Tip of your tongue, and so forth. I hope that this short lesson is enough to whet the appetite of learning the archaic art of primitive association and have and activate your original thought to put it all together to make many words that begin with that primitive sound. Till next time.